Hi everyone, in this episode, we will explain the use of XY curves. Previously, we introduced the use of trend charts, which indicate the relationship between a variable and time. In practical applications, XY curves provide an intuitive view of data trend changes. Currently, the XY curves in Kinco DToolsPro support two types, trajectory and standard. It allows operations such as gesture-based zooming with capacitive touch panel. This project will showcase a total of 8 XY curve screen configurations with 4 sampling methods for both the trajectory type and the standard type. First, find the XY component, and we will start from the basic settings. Select the type of the XY graph. For the trajectory type, the focus is on the X and Y components. The number of registers is related to the number of channels. For example, there are 3 channels, so the number of variables is 3 times 2 equal to 6. If there are 5 channels, then it's 10 variables. For the standard type, the number of variables is related to both the number of channels and the number of sampling points. For example, there are 3 channels and 5 sampling points here, so the number of variables is 3 times 5 times 2 equal to 30. Variable binding can be done at the channel setting. Back to the basic setting. The sampling condition can be set to sample by cycle. It can be set to sample at a constant period or within a fixed period, such as from 5 to 6 a.m. every day, sampling according to the set period. At the same time, trigger conditions, bit variables, word variables, and expression trigger conditions combining words and bits can also be set. Below, you can bind the clear variable to clear the sampling on the screen. In the channel setting, you can set the detailed point marks and tie line styles for specific channels. Equals. The projection function can fill up the curve, making it easier to observe. Below are some dynamic display settings for the channels, which can be dynamically bound according to requirements. The draw setting is mainly used to set the number of points displayed on a single screen. You can set a fixed number of points or variable points, and also set the background color. If you want a transparent background, just uncheck it. The scale setting is mainly used to set the scale content of the X and Y axis. The maximum and minimum values of the Y axis are set here. They can be set according to the channels or customized. By adjusting the maximum and minimum values of the X and Y axis, you can adjust the overall layout of the curved screen. The display setting is to set the display attributes of the entire component, including transparency and display enable. The configurations of the standard type and the trajectory type are basically the same, and the main difference lies in the number of channel variables. Let's enable an offline simulation to see the differences between different types of XY graphs. For the trajectory type, you can see 3 channels in total, and each channel samples 100 points, showing a constantly changing trend. The variables in the lower right corner can be used to hide the channels. For the same channels, different trigger sampling methods can be used, such as bit trigger, word sampling, and expression sampling. Back to the cycle sampling, click the type switch in the upper left corner to switch to the standard type. There are also 3 channels, with 10 sampling points and 30 variables as shown. The channel hiding function is also available, and we will show you the different sampling methods. In practical applications, you can choose different types of XY curves according to different requirements. The functional cases in the case library are for your reference. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us.